Imagine risking your life chasing a myth. 1513, Juan Ponce de León sails across unknown seas, hunting the fountain of youth. He never found immortality, but what he did find changed American history forever. Let's uncover the real story they don't tell you in school. So, who is Juan Ponce de León? This guy wasn't some rookie explorer. He was a veteran. He'd sailed with Christopher Columbus on his second voyage to the New World back in 1493, 20 years earlier. Think about that. By 1513, he's already conquered Puerto Rico, made himself rich, became governor. He had power, wealth, respect. So why risk it all? Why sail into completely unknown waters at 53 years old? Here's where it gets interesting. The indigenous Taíno people in Puerto Rico kept telling stories about an island to the north, an island with magical waters. Drink from it and you become young again, strong again. Now, we might roll our eyes today, but put yourself in 1513. You're aging, you're slowing down. Medical science? Non-existent. If someone told you there was a fountain that could give you your youth back, wouldn't you at least look? April 2nd, 1513, Easter Sunday. You're standing on that deck. You've been sailing for weeks. Nothing but open ocean, blue waters stretching to infinity in every direction. Your supplies are running low. The crew's getting nervous. Maybe this was a fool's errand. And then, pause. Someone shouts, "Tierra! Tierra!" Land! Music swells. You rush to the rail, and there it is, a coastline unlike anything you've ever seen. Endless beaches, palm trees, flowers blooming everywhere. The air itself smells like paradise. It's Easter, Pascua Florida in Spanish, the Feast of Flowers. Ponce de León names it right there on the spot, La Florida, the flowery land. But here's what he doesn't know. He just became the first European to set foot on what will become the United States of America. Not the Pilgrims, not Jamestown, not even the Vikings who touched Canada centuries before. This guy, right here, right now, 1513. Now, here's where the story gets real. Ponce de León thinks he's found paradise, untouched land, riches waiting to be claimed, maybe even that fountain. There's just one problem. Florida isn't empty. The Calusa people have lived here for thousands of years. They're not some small tribe either. We're talking about a sophisticated civilization, master shipbuilders, fierce warriors. They've built an empire in Southwest Florida. And they've already heard about what the Spanish did to other indigenous peoples in the Caribbean, the slavery, the violence, the diseases. So when Ponce de León's men row ashore, the Calusa are ready. Imagine you're one of those Spanish soldiers. You step onto the beach, the sand's perfect, birds are singing. You're thinking, this is gonna be easy. And then, arrows, dozens of them, whistling through the air, thudding into the sand around your feet, into your shield. These aren't warning shots. The Calusa are aiming to kill. The Spanish scramble back to their boats. Several men are wounded. One dies right there on the beach. This isn't going to be another easy conquest. So Ponce de León doesn't give up. That's not how conquistadors work. For the next 8 months, he sails up and down the Florida coast, mapping, exploring, searching. He discovers the Florida Keys, a chain of islands stretching into the sea. He names them Los Mártires, the martyrs, because from a distance, they looked like suffering men. Dark? Yeah, but that was the Spanish mindset. He sails around the southern tip of Florida, up the Gulf Coast, and here's where something incredible happens. His ships get caught in a current so powerful they can't sail against it. Even with full sails and favorable winds, the current pushes them backwards. You know what he just discovered? The Gulf Stream, one of the most powerful ocean currents on Earth. It flows at 5.6 miles per hour, faster than you walk. This current moves more water than all the rivers on Earth combined. And Ponce de León? He's the first European to document it. Spanish ships would use this current for the next 300 years to speed their journey back to Europe. It shaved weeks off the voyage. This one discovery, it literally changed global navigation forever. But he still hasn't found his fountain.
September 1513. After months of searching, Ponce de León returns to Puerto Rico. No fountain of youth, no magical waters, no eternal life. But you know what? He did find something way more valuable than any myth. He found a continent, a coastline, resources, information. He claimed Florida for Spain, a claim that would shape American history for the next 3 centuries. Now, here's what most people don't realize. This wasn't just some failed expedition. Ponce de León's maps, his reports, they became the template for every Spanish explorer who came after him. Hernando de Soto, Francisco Vázquez Coronado, all those famous conquistadors who explored the American Southeast, they used Ponce de León's information. He literally wrote the book on Florida. But here's where the story gets really interesting. He wasn't done yet.
1521. 8 years later, Ponce de León is 61 years old now. Most men his age, they're sitting in comfortable retirement, enjoying their wealth. Not this guy. He gets permission from the Spanish crown to colonize Florida. Not just explore, colonize, build settlements, establish Spanish control. He loads up 2 ships with 200 colonists, farmers, priests, soldiers, supplies, everything needed to build a permanent Spanish town in Florida. February 1521, they set sail. They land somewhere on the southwest Florida coast, probably near Charlotte Harbor, Calusa territory. And the Calusa, they remember exactly what happened 8 years ago. The Spanish start building, clearing land, setting up shelters. And then the Calusa attack. It's brutal. Arrows everywhere, hand-to-hand combat on the beach. The Spanish have armor and guns, but they're outnumbered, overwhelmed. Ponce de León himself is fighting on the front lines because that's who he was, a warrior to the core. He gets struck by an arrow right in the thigh. Now, that doesn't sound fatal, right? It's just the leg. But here's the thing about arrows in 1521. No antibiotics, no proper medical treatment. that wound, it gets infected. The Spanish retreat to their ships. They sailed to Cuba, the nearest Spanish settlement, trying to get help, trying to save their commander. July 1521. Juan Ponce de León dies in Cuba from that infected wound. He never got to see his colony built, never conquered Florida, never found his fountain. The man who discovered Florida was killed by Florida. So, did Ponce de León fail? On the surface, yeah. He never found the Fountain of Youth. His colony never happened. He died trying. But here's what actually matters. He opened the door to Florida, to the American Southeast, to everything that came after. Within 20 years of his death, the Spanish had permanent settlements in Florida. St. Augustine, founded in 1565, became the oldest continuously occupied European established settlement in the continental United States. That's older than Jamestown by 42 years, older than Plymouth Rock by 55 years. Think about that. When the Pilgrims landed in Massachusetts in 1620, St. Augustine had already been a thriving Spanish city for 55 years. It had churches, schools, government buildings. And it all started with Juan Ponce de León, with one man's crazy quest for eternal youth. Here's what blows my mind about this story. Ponce de León was chasing a myth, a legend, something that didn't exist. But in chasing that myth, he discovered reality, a reality that changed the map of the world. Florida became a Spanish territory for 300 years, from 1513 to 1821. That Spanish influence, you can still see it today in the architecture, the place names, the culture, the food. St. Augustine, Tampa, Miami, Boca Raton, even Florida itself, all Spanish, all connected to this story. The Calusa people who fought so hard to defend their homeland, by the 1700s, they were gone, wiped out by European diseases, warfare, and displacement. Their incredible civilization, gone. But their resistance, their refusal to surrender their land without a fight, that deserves to be remembered too.
Real talk for a second. Did Ponce de León actually believe in the Fountain of Youth? Here's where history gets complicated. Most historians today think the whole Fountain of Youth thing, it was made up after Ponce de León died. Wait, what? Yeah, there's no mention of any fountain in Ponce de León's actual journals or expedition reports. Nothing. Zero. The first time the Fountain of Youth gets connected to Ponce de León, 1575, more than 50 years after his death. A Spanish historian named Gonzalo Fernández de Oviedo wrote it in a book, and the legend just stuck. So why did he go to Florida then? Simple. Gold, land, power, glory. Same reason every conquistador went anywhere. The Spanish had just discovered the unbelievable wealth of the Aztec and Inca empires. Ponce de León thought Florida might have similar riches. He wanted to be the next Cortez, the next Pizarro. But here's the thing. The legend of the Fountain of Youth is actually more powerful than the truth. Think about it. We're talking about him right now, 500 years later. Not because he conquered Florida,
Not because he found gold, but because of a myth. A story about a man searching for eternal youth. That's kind of beautiful, actually. The irony, Ponce de León did achieve immortality, just not the way he expected. His name, his story. They're eternal, preserved forever, in history. And that's the story they didn't teach you in school. Listen, if this blew your mind, you need to hit that subscribe button right now, because we've already uncovered some insane stories about America. We found out humans discovered America during the Ice Age, 15,000 years before Columbus. We explored the agricultural revolution that built civilizations before the pyramids. We met the Clovis people who hunted mammoths 13,000 years ago. We discovered the Olmec, America's first civilization, in 1200 BCE. We explored the lost city of Cahokia that was bigger than London. We climbed into the cliff dwellings of the ancestral Pueblonans. We found out the Vikings beat Columbus by 500 years. And here's the truth, we're just getting started. There are hundreds of stories like this, hidden American history that'll make you say, wait, what? Why didn't anyone tell me this? So do yourself a favor, smash that subscribe button, join us as we uncover America from A to Z, the real story, the stuff that actually happened. Because I promise you, you don't know America like you think you do. See you in the next one.